So she knows all the secrets. There's no way she don't. So are you the most senior? And by that, I mean the longest serving employee of the Letcher County Sheriff's Office to date? Yes, ma'am. Would that have also been true back in 2021 and 2022, other than Mickey? If you can recall, when did Mickey Stines start working for the Letcher County Sheriff's Department? He was here before I. Okay. And as I recall, he started as a deputy and he was working as a CSO. That's a court security officer. And so Mickey had been there longer than her because he got on way back in the day. So he's been there a whole long time too. So he knows where all the bodies are buried as well. You think that has a little something to do with this paranoid behavior that he had? Because I think it does. I think he knows.
Also was eligible for retirement probably after 20 years.
Yeah. And he said that he was done. He was done. He didn't have no hard feelings about it. Like he was ready to retire.
And go fishing.
And go fishing. Go to his lake house. When I started, yes, he was a CSO, court security officer. And also doing home incarceration during that time period. Yes. Sort of walk me through from 2003 to present. Sort of what your job titles have been. I have seen your name with a few different designations. I am the financial officer. I take care of our office. I'm also a court security officer. And those are pretty much the hats that I wear the entire time. When did you become court security officer? When I started. And are you still court security officer today? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And I saw that you are a lieutenant. Yes, I was a lieutenant and I retired. And then I just came back and we just didn't carry the title. So, okay. I also saw somewhere that you were an equine investigator. Yes, ma'am. What does that mean? The sheriff sent me for training for investigation for like horse cruelty and livestock cruelty. Wow. Okay. I have also seen you listed as office manager. Uh-huh. Is that an accurate designation? Yeah. Have you been financial officer and office manager during Sheriff Stines' tenure as sheriff? Yes, ma'am. So in 2022, at least, I will say 2021 and 2022 would have been working in uniform or in plain clothes. I would have been working in jeans and a sweatshirt. Okay. Explain to me sort of what your job duties are, and I will be specific to 2020 to 2022. What were your sort of just general job duties with the sheriff's department? I ran our office and make that everybody's payroll get done. Month reports are done. I guess it means our month reports are done. Any kind of paperwork, but I also file report court securities. So where they transport females that needed to do, I would do transport. If someone needed to turn themselves in, they would turn themselves in at the office. I have served papers. Okay. Did you have any responsibilities as far as onboarding or training new deputies? No, ma'am. What about hiring and firing deputies? Other than doing their paperwork, other than decision-wise, no, ma'am. Is that because hiring and firing would be the responsibility of the sheriff? Yes, ma'am. And what about onboarding and training deputies? Is that the sheriff's responsibility, or whose responsibility is that? Whoever the sheriff assigns. Do you know who would have been responsible for onboarding and training deputies back in 2018 and 2019? Like, be more specific. Are you asking person wise, or are you asking like the Department of Criminal Justice? Like, I guess person wise, if you know. Okay. They ride with someone until they are adequately trained to where the sheriff felt like they were, could be on their own. Okay, so the sheriff would make a decision about who a new deputy would ride with. And when they satisfied him enough that they were ready to ride on their own, yes. Thank you. Christine Bowling. I have seen her name. Is she also an administrator, or was she also an office type person as well during this 2020 to 2022 time period? Yes, she is a clerk. Tell me how her job duties are similar or different from yours. She handles like the dispatch and entering civil papers and logging on and keeping up with the paperwork, take taxes, assist me when I need assistance. Eastern Kentucky Corrections Solutions. Are you familiar with that company? Is that who does house arrest? I don't know the name. So you've been there 25 years and you don't even know the company name. Okay. That was the company who did home incarceration, house arrest, back in 2020 into 2022. Okay. Have you had an interaction with a woman named Patty Stockham? No, ma'am. I think that you said earlier that you did remember Mickey Stines working as a home incarceration officer, correct? Yes, ma'am. Back during that time period before he became sheriff, do you recall about there being any complaints about Mickey and how that he did home incarcerations? No, ma'am. Any complaints about him related to his other work related to the Letcher County Sheriff's Department? No, ma'am. What were the sheriffs? Would that have been Sheriff Webb that he worked under? Yes, Danny Webb. Okay. And I guess, were you working with the sheriff's department prior to Danny Webb becoming sheriff? No, ma'am. So you got hired under Danny Webb, correct? Yes. Do you recall when Ben Fields was hired as a deputy? He was hired for court security, but he was hired by the Letcher County Sheriff's Department to work as a CSO. Yes, ma'am. Were you involved in training Ben Fields at all? No, ma'am. Were you involved in terminating Ben Fields? Other than doing his paperwork, that is it. I saw when I was just looking through some documents, and there should be some there on your desk there. That looks like you were a notary. Yes, ma'am. It looks like you notarized that Ben Fields received a copy of the policy manual. Beyond being a notary, did you have any involvement in distributing the Letcher County Sheriff's Department policies? As far as maybe printing the books and creating the books, sure, I put the binders together. Anything beyond what you just described? No, ma'am.